Hi, I'm Alexa Chung, and today I will be discussing informed consent. Informed consent involves clear communication between a counselor and the client. It requires the counselors to be transparent about what the counseling process will look like, and it will help establish trust within the client-counselor relationship. According to the American Counseling Association, informed consent is an ongoing part of the counseling process, and counselors appropriately document discussions of informed consent throughout the counseling relationship. From the American Counseling Association 2014 Standard A.2.A. To learn more about informed consent, I reviewed several documents. These documents included the ACA Code of Ethics, the ACCA Ethical Standards for School Counselors, Ohio Counseling Regulations, and the article Privacy and Confidentiality in School Counseling by Glassoff and Platt. I then compared these sources to the School Counseling Informed Consent form from the Claiborne Parish School Board. As a counselor, informed consent is an important part of providing services to all clients. While reviewing the Claiborne Parish School Board's informed consent form, I noticed that it explains the counseling services students may receive and the purpose of those services. The form discusses services such as social skills training, building friendships, improving study skills, managing worries or fears, and helping students develop a more positive view of themselves. The form also addresses confidentiality. It explains that confidentiality is important for developing trust between the student and the counselor. However, it also identifies circumstances in which confidentiality cannot be maintained. These circumstances include when a student reports possible abuse, threats to harm themselves or another person, makes a threat to school safety, or when records are ordered by a court. Finally, the form requires a parent or guardian to sign and provide permission for the student to receive counseling services. I then compared the form to the ACA Code of Ethics and the ACCA Ethical Standards. The forms aligned with both documents because all three emphasize confidentiality, informed consent, and the welfare of the student. The ACA Code of Ethics explains that the counselors may provide clients with information about counseling services and explain both confidentiality and its limits. The ACCA Ethical Standards also recognize that school counselors must protect students' privacy while balancing the legal rights of the parents and guardians. I also reviewed Ohio's counseling regulations and compared them to the informed consent form. Ohio Administrative Code Rule 4757502 addresses informed consent and confidentiality. It requires counselors to communicate information clearly, protect client confidentiality, and explain the circumstances in which confidentiality information may need to be disclosed. These requirements are similar to the information provided in the Claiborne Parish form. After reviewing these materials, I found that the informed consent form is easy for parents to understand. It explains the purpose of counseling, the services that may be offered, the limits of confidentiality, and the rights of parents and students. Although the information may initially seem simple, informed consent is actually a complex ethical and legal responsibility. One area in which the form could be improved is by providing a more detailed explanation of the counseling process. It could also include additional information about how counseling records are created, stored, and shared. The form could further explain crisis procedures and explain what families should expect if a student experiences an emergency or crisis. In conclusion, informed consent helps protect students, families, and counselors. It promotes transparency, establishes relationships and expectations, and helps to build trust at the beginning of the counseling relationship. Thank you.